Okay folks, it's Mike, Buzzard Hollow Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing a video on making wax dirt. Now I know there's lots of videos out there on making wax dirt, and not taking away from anything they're doing, not saying they're doing anything wrong. This is just my take on it. It's how I do it. I don't run a long line. I probably run maybe 20 traps, land traps that is, that require wax dirt. I probably run 20 a year, so I don't need a whole lot of wax dirt. So I don't use a big cement mixture and make gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons and buckets and buckets and buckets full each season. I don't do that. I don't need to do that, so I don't do that. What we did do is took my trapping sled, went up in the backyard and dug up a bunch of dirt. Took my dirt sifter from trapping gear and used that to sift it down to the size I need. I think it's around quarter, 3/16 mesh, something like that. I think down to a 1/4 inch mesh. You can use whatever you want. You can go get some hardware cloths from the hardware store if you want, but I just use my dirt sifter. And like I said, I'm just doing a small amount, so I don't need to get big and elaborate with my equipment. If the time comes I ever do need that, then yeah, maybe I'll either I'll just take the whole summer and work every weekend and make a batch of wax dirt every weekend, or find a cement mixture somewhere that just needs a little bit of repair. But I can't ever foresee myself going out and buying a brand new cement mixture just to make wax dirt. It's just economically unsound for me. So I can do it like this, just a propane cooker, it's a turkey cooker. You get it at Cabela's, you can get this and the pot that comes with it, and the strainer, and a thermometer for about 30 bucks at Cabela's. Easy peasy. And you don't have all that smoke over getting in your clothes if you do it over a fire like I did in the other video where I was just boiling my traps. Then have your wife or whatever complain about you smelling like smoke. So this is wrong. We use the turkey cooker, this container. My recipe for wax dirt is 1 cup of wax shredded, this stuff right here, what I use, Gulf wax. You can get it at Walmart, or you can get it at Food Line. It's actually cheaper at Walmart, so I guess it's only like $1.50, a little bit more than that, more expensive at Food Line than it is at Walmart. But that's all it is, just regular paraffin wax, Cannon wax. Or you can use the wax that comes with your traps. And then I just take this, I got this from Harbor Freight. This is a planer, rasp / planer. Got it at Harbor Freight for like $8. And you just take your block. It comes, that Gulf wax comes with like 5, 4 or 5, I can't remember. I think it's 4. Anyway, blocks. And you just shred it down through there and it comes out to this like this. It needs to be down like that for wax dirt. For waxing traps, it doesn't have to be down this small. Anyhow, like I'm saying, the recipe is 1 cup of wax per 6 cups of dirt. 5, 6, I think I've done it both ways, but what I found works for me in the dirt in my area, which we're in the mountainous area, there's a lot of rocks. So this is what my dirt looks like up here. Kind of reddish mud dirt, you want to call it. Anyhow, I found that 1 cup of wax for 6 cups of dirt works fine. And after I make a batch, I'll show you how wax dirt performs and why we use wax dirt. But why we use wax dirt is to keep your traps from freezing up when you have snow. Let's say it snows and that snow melts, now your ground's all wet. And then you get a overnight freeze. Now coyote, fox, or whatever comes along, steps in your trap, well, your trap's not going to fire because it's frozen in. So when we bed our traps, we bed it with the wax dirt. It prevents the trap from freezing up, so it operates when it needs to. All right, so let's get started. also, I just got this measuring cup. I've got several of them, so I just stole one from the house. This is 2-cup measuring cup, so when I get up to this line right here, I know I got 2 cups. Because I do 12 cups of dirt at a time. I probably could do more, but I found it easier for me just to do 12 cups of dirt at a time. Two. 4. 6. 8. 10. 12. Bought an old spatula. You'll need one of those. I've seen a guy where you need this to stir up your dirt, keep it from scorching. Sometimes you get little pieces of sticks in there too. Dig that out. We'll stir it up. This is to keep your dirt from scorching and getting that burnt dirt smell. You don't want that. Show you what it looks like in the pan before it dries, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like after it dries. You want to stir it ever so often, again, to keep it from scorching, picking out any rocks or sticks that may be too big, sticks or rocks. Sometimes a rock is too big, gets in here, you don't want any big rocks in there to interfere with the jaws of your trap closing all the way, like they should. Alright, when this dries up, I'll get back with you. Alright, we got it dry. You can see the difference. In the white bucket is wet dirt. Over in the pan, the dry dirt. You can see the color difference. So, alright. So what we're gonna do, you wanna make sure your dirt gets up to 130 degrees, at least 130 degrees. That's the melting point of this wax. ahead and pre-measured out. Oh, a little bit more. Two cups of wax. And one of the ways you can either put a thermometer in here and check the temperature that way, or what I do is just sprinkle just a little bit of wax in there. If it melts, if it starts melting right away, my dirt's hot enough. And it is. All right. Get you up closer. And we'll take your spatula. This is just a dollar store, Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree as I call it now, because everything went up a quarter. The spatula just to stir it up with. And what you want to do is when you put this wax in, you put in a little bit at a time and stir it as you go to keep it from clumping up. Then if it clumps up, then it's not going to work. Sprinkle a little bit in, stir it around. And so you get all those clumps out. Sprinkle a little more in. Stir that up. The goal is to get all the dirt in here coated with a layer of wax. That's the goal. Got to keep that dirt moving. It's going to clump up on you a little bit. If you keep it moving, it'll smooth right on out. See right there? Keep it moving and it'll come out. It'll work itself out. As long as you keep it on the flame, keep the temperature up, then it'll work itself out. It's a little warm out here today, so I think my wax is to stick to the cup, measuring cup. see, I kept working it, and all those clumps that I had just then all disappeared. Now we're going to take it off the heat and let it cool down. As it's cooling, you want to keep stirring it. Keep it stirred up, not constantly, but so they don't clump back up together again. Once you keep stirring it every now and then, every couple minutes, give it a good stir until it cools down. Then we're going to do the test to make sure it's waterproof. Alright, let that cool down and get back with you. Okay, it's cooled down, and what I did was put a sample out here, put a little indentation there, and we'll put it to the test. See how the water just pools there? It doesn't soak into the dirt. Bone dry. Will not freeze. Another thing you can do is take some of this. It's wet. Put it in a container. Small container, whatever, and put it in the freezer and see if it freezes. I've done that before. This is some I've made already this year. This is a container that had cat litter in it at one time. Now it's full of waxed dirt. I've got 2 of these containers. They should be enough for me, but I'm gonna make more just in case. So I've got 2 so far. I don't know how much more I'll do. I probably got another 5-gallon bucket full of dirt left to deal with. I'll either put it in a bucket and hang on to it just in case I run out. And I've made it during the winter. Last time I did it on the wood stove. When I do it during the winter, I don't come outside and do it. I do it inside on the wood stove. I get my wood stove rocking. Plenty hot enough to do this job on. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate everybody turning in. And in the past, I think the most my videos got would be like 20 views, 30 views maybe, something like that. But the last video I put out, one with the first trip on my new boat, well, it wasn't new, but it was new to me. That one got 283 views, and I was shocked, to say the least. And I appreciate all those people, I really do, watching it. Obviously, I'm not making any money off these videos at this point, but you never know what the future may bring. I'm just putting these videos out there really not to make money, because I have a full-time job, and I don't have no plans on quitting that anytime soon, but I just kind of doing this as a hobby, so to speak. It's just like trapping. You're not going to make any money in trapping these days. At one point in time in the past, you probably could. Not anymore. At least not around here anyways. Maybe in other places it might be possible, but I mean, people getting $1, $2 for a raccoon hide, there's definitely not no money in that. Alright, well anyhow, that's enough of that rambling. But again, I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. And I still got to do, I promise you I'll do it, and I'm going to do it, the video on waxing traps and dyeing traps. If I've only got a couple traps to dye, I'll probably do the dye and waxing all in one video. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in again, and until next time, take care, and God bless.